Very good morning, friends. I hope you're all doing fine and safe and healthy. Well, I have been discussing the concept of ECL model under Ind AS 109, and in the previous videos, we started with the step number 2, and that involves looking at the assessment of the changes in a credit risk. Now, here I'm coming out with some FAQs on a frequently asked questions as far as a journal approach is concerned. To remind you, well, if you recall that there are two approaches, one is a simplified approach and one is a journal approach. Now, as far as a simplified approach is concerned, it doesn't need any assessment of a credit risk. But as far as a journal approach is concerned, it certainly requires to assess that, what is the changes in a credit risk. So here we're coming with some FAQs in this video regarding the journal approach. Let's find out at least two questions on this. संडे के संडे 12 बजे एक पूरा का पूरा कंपटीशन होता है स्कॉलरशिप पूल का, जिसके अंदर 1 करोड़ का, जी हाँ आपने ठीक सुना, 1 करोड़ का स्कॉलरशिप पूल है। इस संडे 12 बजे आप जो बच्चे इंटर की तैयारी कर रहे हैं वो इस कंपटीशन के अंदर पार्ट ले सकते हैं। करना कुछ नहीं है, आपने केवल अनअकैडमी की ऐप डाउनलोड करनी है और आप लाइव टेस्ट ले सकते हैं। डाउनलोड करके ऐप आप टेस्ट को अनलॉक कर सकते हैं, मेरा कोड इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं CAKB10। इसके अंदर आपको 60 मिनट्स, 1 घंटे में 40 क्वेश्चंस आंसर करने हैं और इस 1 करोड़ के पूल में से डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द रैंक्स आपको इस पर प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शंस की 1 साल की सब्सक्रिप्शंस फ्री मिलेंगी। तो आइए इस लाइव टेस्ट को लीजिए और इसके अंदर खूब सारे इनाम जीतिए। सो लेट्स crack it. Well, let's look at the first FAQ, and the question is, how does an entity determine whether it should apply a 12 months ECL or a lifetime ECL? Well, if you remember, even in the previous video, I made a very clear-cut mention regarding this, that the main focus in terms of step number 2 is looking at the assessment whether there have been changes in the credit risk from the initial recognition till the balance sheet date. Now, when you make the assessment that the change in the credit risk is significant or it is insignificant, so I would say that there are two cases. You need to first of all look into the fact that is the credit risk increased significantly? If yes, we're using a lifetime ECL approach. And if you're saying that the credit risk is not increased significantly, then we are supposed to apply a 12 months ECL. So does this mean that this assessment is going to take place at every balance sheet date? Yes. So does this also mean that, if you've applied at the end of year 1, let's say a 12 months ECL, there might be a switch over to a lifetime ECL at the end of second year? Yes. And so is a vice versa also possible, that at the end of the first year, you applied, let's say, a lifetime ECL, and then at the end of second year, due to decrease in the credit risk, we switch to a 12 months ECL? Yes. We're also going to call this, later and discuss something what we call a bucket approach in terms of the ECL model. But this assessment is something which is required at each balance sheet date. Let's look at another FAQ on this. The second FAQ is, how do we assess whether the credit risk has significantly increased or not? Now, the assessment techniques could vary. For example, one of the simplest way of doing a credit risk assessment is looking at the credit rating of an instrument. Look at the credit rating at the initial recognition and look at the credit rating at the end of the reporting period. By looking at the change in the credit rating of the instrument, you would come to know, whether there has been a significant or insignificant change in the credit risk. So basically what you need to do is, when you're looking in terms of the changes in the credit risk, you need to compare what we call risk of default. So you need to see the risk of default of the financial instrument on the reporting date, and you need to look at the risk of default at the date of initial recognition. So when you look at the risk of default on the initial recognition and you look at the risk of default on the balance sheet date, which is every balance sheet date, you come to know that the change is significant or not. And as I said, there are a lot of techniques which are given, there's not much detailed guidance in terms of Ind AS 109, but when you're looking in terms of the credit risk assessment, there are, two popular techniques. One is what we call, looking at the credit ratings of the instruments which are given by certain agencies as far as the instruments are concerned. And another technique, which they've given is with regard to what we call a backward and a forward looking techniques. More to do with in the coming videos. Keep watching. Till then, thank you, take care, and goodbye.